Greetings and salutations, my Sigma brothers. This is Alex from Sigma Spirit, and we're going to talk about what it's like to be a Sigma drone, a work drone. This is part 2 in my series about Sigma males and work. In the first part of the series, we talked about my experience and things I've noticed from my experience as a Sigma male in the workplace, and how I got lost in this process of trying to work as a Sigma male, how I got distracted, how I went down the wrong roads sometimes, and inevitably those wrong roads led me to failure in work, career, and wealth. A Sigma male has a very special ability, and that means he has to choose a very special path. And I don't mean special like special, I mean unique. It has to be a very unique path. I've always said that Sigma males are like tigers, and the rest of the population are like goats. And I don't mean to say that we're better or worse, that people are lesser than us, but I do believe that we are like a tiger in the way that a tiger can only really thrive in certain situations. It's incredibly powerful. Although Sigma males can be adaptable, I think that Sigma males are like tigers in the way that we have to have a certain diet and we have to have certain conditions. We have to have a certain temperature, and if we don't respect those conditions, then we will ultimately die. We will not thrive. Whereas a goat, maybe someone from the social structure, someone who can fit in, you can feed a goat anything. A goat can thrive anywhere. It can do anything. It can climb anywhere, hot, cold, whatever. And I find that that's a good way to think about Sigma males and work. You have to respect the conditions that will give you your opportunity to thrive. You don't want to be here to survive. You're here to thrive. We also talked about my warning, and my warning to you as a Sigma male, and what might happen if you don't follow my advice about work. So today's video, we're going to talk about signs. We're going to talk about signs, symptoms that maybe you're in the wrong career. Maybe you're going down the wrong path. Maybe you have the wrong job. Or maybe you haven't found your purpose yet, your true purpose. Because the cornerstone of Sigma male success is having a strong purpose. So let's get into it. Here are some ways to know that you're in the wrong place. But keep in mind, some jobs just plain suck, and it has nothing to do with your Sigma male capabilities, qualities, and traits. And those kind of jobs, you should just quit them anyway and just keep moving forward with no self-reflection, no self-awareness. Just leave them in the past. But there are definitely some jobs that are great for some people, but they don't seem to fit for you. They don't seem to work for you. You go to work every day and you look at your coworkers and they love the work. They love their job. And you feel like such an outcast because you hate your job. It's time to think about why that is. And you need to reflect on that and be aware of why that happens. Because it's probably a sign that your Sigma male spirit is too big for that kind of job. It's not right. It's not the right fit. Here are some obvious and not so obvious signs that your Sigma spirit is being neutered. It's being destroyed. It's being disintegrated and taken away. Number 1, you hate your job. That's very obvious. If you hate your job, it might be because it doesn't fit with your Sigma male capabilities and traits. Another sign might be that you get Sunday anxiety. How are your Sundays when you know that you have to go to work in the next day? A long time ago, my Sundays were terrible. I would spend basically noon from Sunday all the way until bedtime worrying about work the next day. Now that I'm doing things that I enjoy and that are in line with who I am on a deep level, Sundays are great. Number 2, you find that your coworkers are actually the best part of your job. Many times I hated my job, but I loved my coworkers. This might be a sign that the actual work that you're doing and the company you work for is not a good fit for your Sigma male qualities. If you love the people but hate the job, probably has something to do with the job and not the toxic work environment. Number 3, conversely, you work on a team and you hate your team, or the team hates you. They don't like you and they don't get you, or vice versa. You don't get them and you don't like them. This is probably a sign that you're among the wrong people. You haven't found your family yet. Number 4, when you finish work, you feel utterly and completely emotionally drained. You feel like you just walked 1,000 miles in the desert. That's probably a sign that the work you're doing is not cut out for you, and vice versa. Number 5, your boss doesn't like you. Your boss weighs on you. Your boss tries to control you. Your boss tries to get you to do things in a way that you don't like. They want you to follow certain rules because they're just the rules. Maybe your boss doesn't like what you represent. Number 6, you find yourself breaking rules and regulations within the company that other people feel are not a problem. They feel like, why would you break those rules and regulations? It's fine to follow those. You find yourself becoming an outcast because you find these rules and regulations to be utterly ridiculous. Number 7, you think you know more than everyone in the company, which means you could be an arrogant dimwit, or you might be right. There are many companies I've worked in where there was not a lot of common sense, and I did in fact know more than many of the people who worked in the organization. I'm not going to say that I knew more than everyone in the company about everything, but there are definitely companies that are led by the wrong people and run by the wrong people. And as a Sigma male with a sensitivity, intuition, and an analytical mind, you're going to notice that, and it's going to be damn hard to sleep at night knowing these things about you and about the company. The last one, number 8, you just feel plain claustrophobic. You think what you do is pointless, and you feel like you're running on a hamster wheel toward nothing. Maybe it's boredom, maybe it's anxiety, but there's a feeling within you that just feels trapped. You feel your freedom has been destroyed, taken away from you. I've experienced this, and I know now, with a lot of reflection and self-analysis, that these feelings come from being who I am, a man of Sigma spirit, but being in an environment where that was crushed, it was destroyed. All of these could be signs that it's time to quit your job, or maybe have a conversation with your manager or boss. Maybe you just need to renegotiate some arrangement. Maybe you need to work from home, or maybe you need to seek a new purpose. Maybe you need to find yourself and think bigger. Or maybe it's time for you to completely go out all on your own and do that thing that you want to do. Start that business, work on that creative project, be a musician, be a writer, whatever it is. These are the paths for Sigma males. Do you want to know more paths for Sigma males? Do you want to know the best places for Sigma males to work? The worst places for them to work? That's going to be a video coming soon. That's going to be part 3 of this series. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you can see part 3 and you can see all the other videos we're putting out. This is Sigma Spirit signing off, wishing you a glorious, dignified life of work and purpose and doing things that matter. Talk soon. Thank you.